The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Hey, yo.
Oh, that's a big one.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Never said thank you, but okay. You're in Melbourne, Suze.
Hi. Yeah, I'm in Melbourne. I had a big dinner last night and I am here. Ready and raring to go.
I just heard Mitch say that the Fox sisters won the Don Award.
I missed that one.
That's the Don Bradman. Is that like the legend thing or what is that?
It's the most inspiring moment of the year. Yeah. Actually, that was the last award of the night. I skipped out on that one, but I saw them there. Yeah, most inspiring. The both of them winning the gold medal at the Olympics.
What was the other thing you didn't announce yesterday?
The legend.
Me?
Legend?
Oh,
Legends?
yes.
Or-
Michael Milton,
Okay.
Paralympian,
Yeah.
and
Fair enough.
squash player. Why did you say that?
Oh, God, you had a few wines, didn't you? I don't think
Well,
someone's
maybe a
at full
couple.
tilt this morning.
Maybe a couple. There was a lot of stuff going on.
Someone won something.
Michael Milton
I don't know.
and a squash player.
Oh, God, that's so bad. That's so bad. Let me look it up. But you know what? I ran into so many
Jeff
old
Hunt,
friends.
was he squash?
Yes. I thought I was going to say Jeff Hunt, and I'm like, I'm sure that's not his name.
Well,
That's
because
just off
somebody
the top of
checked
my
that
head,
it
by
was.
the
Like
way.
you just
Yeah.
named the only squash player that you knew.
I love that they flew you down business class and you still don't know who the legend is.
Yeah, I think she
That's
started
really
the
bad.
wine drinking in the old.
I did. I started a bit early.
If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, because my plane's cancelled coming back too. Is there strikes on at the airport?
Well, if you don't know who won the Legends Award, I doubt you don't know what the strike action in this Australian industrial dispute in the airplane industry is going to be like. But,
Was
you
it
know.
Michelle Martin?
No, it was Jeff Hunt.
Oh, it was Jeff Hunt. Oh, right.
It was Jeff Hunt. I just was not confident of saying that name. It seemed. Anyway,
It's a dangerous
some
one.
of the inductees was Mick Fanning. He was amazing. His parents presented him with his medal.
Lovely. Yeah, I knew that. I
Sally-
knew that because the Foo Fighters, not the Foo Fighters, what are they called? Who was it? Did I go see?
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam said that on stage the other night.
Oh, okay. It was
So
great.
I knew that.
I've never seen his dad. His dad looks exactly like him.
Does he?
Yeah.
Has he still got blonde hair? Has his dad still got blonde hair?
No, his dad had dark hair, actually.
Was his dad stoked that he won the award?
His dad looked pretty stoked.
They always say that. Stoked.
Sally Pearson,
Yeah.
inducted?
What did you do?
I had to put her medal on her, or give her a medal. I realise now I was the second choice because when the not that matters, does it? But
Sounds
when
like
Yeah, it does.
when
First
you
choice.
get inducted, someone does a video, and that person who does the video saying welcome and a bit about you usually then is there to hand you your medal. Well, that person was Catherine Freeman,
Yes.
but who wasn't at the function.
Oh, so Kathy
So-
did the video, but
Kathy did the video.
Where was Catherine?
I don't know. She doesn't go to a lot of functions. And a big shout out to Mark Knowles, a Queenslander
Oh,
from
I love
Rocky.
Mark Knowles.
I love him so much. He was also inducted.
Yeah, that's a great.
He's the best.
awesome.
He's the best.
He was a game changer for hockey.
He was.
Speaking of game changers too, Susan, future Brisbane, you're in the paper today. I don't necessarily agree with what you're saying, but you're in the paper
Oh, what
today.
did I say?
Oh, I was saying it literally said, I was listening to some radio station the other day and they were saying how they were sick of all this stadium talk. And I kind of agree with that. So A, you were listening to another radio station, and B, it's the complete opposite to what I'm doing. Are you trying to start a blue? Are we starting a blue here in the last 2 weeks?
I want to know where you got a paper from.
It was our radio
online.
station.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sick of talking about stadiums. Make it stop.
No. Well, they'll
Just
stop
pick one and build it.
If they pick one. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, exactly.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast. Trending. Here's what's trending.
Trending Tuesday.
All right, Susie's going to get us up to date with what's trending in Brisbane.
So number one thing trending is Dune Prophecy. HBO's prequel series, Dune Prophecy, is set 10,000 years before the events of the two Dune movies. I haven't even seen Dune.
I've really enjoyed it more than I thought I would, and I think
who's
I'm
in
going to
Dune?
watch this show too because I know Travis
Fimmel.
Fimmel, I get his name wrong. Who I met.
Isn't it?
He's in it. I know that much.
The premiere episode was released yesterday on Binge, and episodes will be released weekly. Well, that's a new thing. Weekly until December 23rd. I thought they just chuck everything on now.
Yeah, what's
binge
the
it.
go with that, Mitch? They sort of do. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they don't.
I think most are weekly. A bit like Netflix is still sticking with that big drop. But yeah, I think the money's in keeping you subscribed. So
They do
weekly
it,
drop.
Are they doing it weekly with Yellowstone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Second episode out yesterday for that.
Oh, okay.
Number 2, Knox Jolie Pitt. So Brad Pitt and Angela Jolie's son, Knox Jolie Pitt, he's the 16-year-old. Anyway, Angelina and Knox, they made a red carpet appearance at the Governor's Awards, and the 16-year-old is already taller than his mum, and people are quick to debate which parent he looks like the most. I had a look at it. He looks probably more like her, to be honest.
Is he good looking?
Yeah.
Have to be.
Yeah.
No,
he's
sometimes they
good-looking.
don't make me bring it up.
Yeah, I know.
Bring it up.
He's going to bring
No,
up
don't
Billy
bring it
Joel
up.
again.
Billy Joel's daughter.
Yeah.
Don't bring it up.
You asked me.
He's very good looking. Like Liz Hurley's.
Yeah, go on. What?
Keep going.
Let's say Liz Hurley's son the other day looked exactly like Liz Hurley.
Oh, Liz
Remember
Hurley's
the
son
races?
looks exactly like her.
Exactly.
Yes,
Like exactly.
That'd be good looking, wouldn't it?
Well,
Yeah, because
it's a different-
as a guy, it's
it's a
okay to
different
look
look.
like a girl. You know what I mean? Like you can still be good looking, but the other way around doesn't work very often. You don't see too many
Sometimes
girls that
does.
look like their dads, and that's like, whoa, that's a
I look a bit like
sword,
my
isn't it?
dad. I think we've got the same
No comment.
eyes.
No comment.
It's a wise move not to comment. I was interested to see which way you're going to go there. Oh, you could dig yourself a hole here, but
Yeah, go on.
you're too clever.
I plead the fifth.
I think Lutsy's in a mood today. I
Yeah.
can feel it through
Come
the
at me.
television screen.
Come at me.
I know. I'm going to stay away.
I just realised
I kind of want to poke him a bit.
Your
Just a little bit.
picture's on the front page of the paper. I just realised.
Front page.
Yeah, and next to it says beach clubs are coming. I want to get your thoughts on that because that must be your direct quote. But it looks at it.
Beach,
Beach
clubs are
clubs?
coming.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that later this hour.
Oh.
Good tease.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Number 3. Oh, Peter Dinklage. Remember him from Game of Thrones? He's the little man. Little man? Small person. He's the actor famously known for Tyrion of House of Lannister in Game of Thrones, has become the subject of a viral death hoax, alleging that he passed away in an accident in Disneyland, Orlando.
Of course, it's Disneyland.
On what ride does it say? What did they say?
He can't even ride the roller coaster.
Yeah, he wouldn't be
Too
allowed
short.
on.
Yeah, in a viral TikTok.
He'd be dying on the
He'd be
teacups.
well under Goofy's arm.
Teacups. In a viral TikTok with over 3 million views, Dinklage was claimed to have died after an accident on a roller coaster ride after he was thrown off. That's sad. The information is false. It's false, everyone. And Dinklage was out promoting his new movie Wicked just yesterday.
Oh, he's
He'd be
wicked, is he?
perfect for that movie, wouldn't he?
Whoa.
Wicked. Shut up.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast. Luxury accommodation, globally inspired dining, and unparalleled date and night attractions. Experience the Star Brisbane, Queensland's newest entertainment destination.
Better get the advertising in. But yes, I do. I do like to have a bit of fun. And Star this Thursday. Jeez, it's crept up. Last ever Swaz. I didn't realise we started them back in 2019. Trying to get 4
gin
years since
tasting or something,
2019.
wasn't
Yeah, gin tasting.
5 years
19,
ago.
20, 21, 22,
5 years.
5 4s. So 20 of them. Yeah, so we're up to
Oh,
number,
right. Yeah, you're working out 4 a year. Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
Number 120. Must be nearly 6.
It is.
Welcome, Melinda. Hi, Melinda. Are you there?
Melinda.
You there, Melinda?
Hey guys.
Hey.
You're coming along to
How you
I know
Swaz.
Melinda. We all know Melinda. She's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she's got in. This is
Yeah,
fantastic.
you got in
I'm
legit.
excited.
Melinda, we know you because you're the director of Georgini. And I happen to be wearing a necklace from you. I mean, that isn't why you got in. It was just,
Oh, we didn't hurt.
it was random. It was random.
Without being part of the
That's right.
process, I dare say it didn't hurt.
But you're coming along. I liked what you called. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to do that.
What? I like a lot of things in the blurb I've got in front of me. That SWA stands for, and this occasion says, Melinda, sayonara with appreciation. I like
That's
that.
right.
That's what I was going to say because I like that you put effort into changing the acronym.
Yes. For those who don't know, sayonara is the Japanese word for cheese sandwich.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was farewell.
Have you checked out
you're
have you checked out the Stars Sky Deck yet, Melinda?
No, I'm really keen to go. Actually, I've been nagging my husband about it since it's opened. The view up there is going to be amazing.
It's so good. It really is.
Well, you
so
can't
good.
take him. You can't take your husband. It's ladies only.
That's okay because she's got
So
the
who are you
daughter
gonna
Mia.
bring?
It's written right
Yep.
here. I'm just reading it. No, we met Mia
We met Mia the other night.
Yep,
on
that's right.
on Oasis. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
My
it's gonna be a
partner
lot
in
of fun.
crime.
Okay, we're going to have lunch at the restaurant on the Sky Deck, and then have a drink and a pizza in the afternoon, and then a nice night.
Rock on. Hey, Melinda, guess what I'm wearing right now as well?
Oh, your new bracelet.
I haven't taken it off.
Oh, good.
Yep, it
I
hasn't
think
come,
that is still on.
hasn't come off.
Excellent.
You got yours on,
Good.
Luttsy?
No, those guys are cool. Really cool company. Nice
that's really
people.
cool. Excellent.
Now, one of the things that we've done over the years is give the Swaz a nickname.
Oh, yeah. What,
So
what do you call
we've got to put our
Melinda?
heads together, guys.
Something with
Melinda-
bling?
Yeah.
Bling, bling?
Bling bling. She can match licky licky.
Yeah, bling, bling. I mean, yes. In appreciation of Licky Licky from all those years ago, you could be bling, bling.
Blingy blingy. I'll do bling bling.
Well, it's
No,
up to
it
you.
is
I'm not
my
stepping
job.
on
No,
toes,
this
mate,
is
but-
not my. No, I'm happy. It's not my thing. I just, I've been practicing.
It is my job.
I like bling bling.
Bling, bling. You're bling, bling. Mel.
Okay.
We'll see you
Excellent.
Thursday, bling
It's
bling.
appropriate.
It is. It is.
I do
We'll
it
have
every
better
day.
chemistry when I meet you in person
Hope so.
again. It's really hard over the phone. I hate talking on the phone.
dear.
I hate
All right,
it.
good on you, Mel.
Okay, bye.
Awesome.
See you then.
See you,
Hey,
mate.
if you want to be part of Susie's final ever Swaz, you don't have to bribe us with jewellery. You can just go to the Nova Player app and
Like
register.
other things.
And luxury accommodation, globally inspired dining, and unparalleled day-to-night attractions. It is the best place in Brisbane. The Star Brisbane, Queensland's newest entertainment destination. That will be hosting Susie's final ever Swaz this Thursday. We have 4 more inductees to go, Suze. So not many at all. Head to the Nova Player and register.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I see the Courier Mail kick off their. It is an annual Future Brisbane event that they have each and every year, obviously being annual. But I think because of the Olympics and everything, it's starting to probably gain a little bit more
bit more traction.
attention and traction than it has previously with everything happening at the moment. And there's some good stuff in the paper today about, and I see that Lord Mayor Adrian Schrinner very much pushing this as well, about how we activate not only the river, it was basically our water spaces, so the river, primarily the river, and also our beaches, as the comments in the paper today, around water taxis and more, all the terminology around berths and stuff like that along the Brisbane River, so people can activate it, people can actively get out on it, enjoy it, and also the utilising some spaces on the beach, which is an interesting one. Tom Tate chiming in on this one around some of those beach bars, Mediterranean style sort of things.
For the Gold Coast.
For the Gold Coast and I guess Sunshine Coast as well, which will get a bit of bite back, I'd imagine, on the Sunshine Coast. But they're looking at former Olympics, so specifically today in the paper, Barcelona, and how they've gained legacy out of the Olympics from the Barcelona Olympics and how they use their water spaces and things like that. And
The village at Barcelona was on the beach, and I'm pretty sure it was an unused beach. And they
Yeah,
set
right.
up the whole village, and then presumably after that it's turned now into a,
something pretty cool.
yeah. a bit
Oh,
like,
they've continued it on?
yeah, presumably like the Expo example in South Bank.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Similar thing.
And I sort of, the beaches one's a bit sort of, given that I don't live there, that's an interesting one for you, Ash. You're down that neck of the woods. But certainly with the river, I think it's completely underutilised. Like it's empty, like a lot of the time, other than the occasional city cat and things like Oasis. But other than that, it just seems. I remember going to some cities I remember going to Pittsburgh, wherever the hell that is, in Pennsylvania, in the USA, and and getting on a water taxi and having a couple of beverages and rocking up next door to the baseball stadium and stepping straight off the river onto it was just utilised in a far more effective way.
And how beautiful is it? Like, it was just the other week when, we were just talking to Melinda, who we met out on the cruise, the Halloween cruise.
Yeah.
That we did the other week. Like, when you do go out onto the river, particularly of a night time, doesn't have to be of a night time, but we just happened to be there of a night time. It was stunning.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And it is such an effective way of transport too. Like, particularly with traffic, you got to get from one place to the other. If it's on the river, if it is easy to use and can be done in a timely manner, and those ferries that we've got, they move pretty quick.
Yeah.
But I do agree. It seems to be underutilised.
What do you think
Have
about
you seen those new? I was going to say, have you seen those new jet boats? Those IRB type boats. We had a Swaz on it actually a while back. They're great, and then they also do trips now out to Tangalooma, etc., etc. They're using them a lot more, going to different bars and restaurants.
Yeah, I know that.
I don't know what they're called, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I haven't really seen
fast.
them. Have you seen them?
I've not seen. I've seen them.
I've seen
like television reports of them, and I've seen people that are using them and catching them from Howard Wharves.
Yeah, Smith Wharves.
Howard Smith Wharves over to Amity. And they go to the pub at Amity, and then they can come back, so you can get actually within the course of a day. Like, that's a completely different place. Like, it's a different vibe. It all of a sudden you're on island time, and you can come straight back into the city.
And I just reckon, just the aesthetic of it. Like, it's not like busy streets. I think a busy river looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Like, if you had taxi lanes and things like that, cruising up and down. And through the city.
Oh yeah,
gives an energy to the city that we don't have at the moment.
I'm all for it. What's the beach situation?
Well, there was one at I'm going to say Kurrawa, near Kurrawa Surf Club. They trialled this sort of Mediterranean style sort of beach.
I like that too.
Thing. I have no problem with that.
I think the Gold Coast is a perfect place for that as well.
I'd love to see what Caloundra thinks of it on the Sunshine Coast, Sijuan. Whether they're going to fight back about having bars on beaches and things like that. Or, geez, Noosa's going to fight hard too, I reckon, against it. Or are they? I don't know. But I don't have a problem with it. I think if they can do it in a good space, and Tom Tate's been saying we do it the right way.
Yes.
And utilise some, for want of a better word, dead spaces, then why not?
I was just reading the great Susie O'Neill in the paper this morning.
What does she say?
So the great Susie O'Neill says, life is for living.
There we go.
And I'm for it. Let's have a good time.
Life is for living.
Is for living.
Yep.
Nick, we work on some
when I wake up.
Inspirational photo with Life is for Living, please, for the Instagram.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm in Melbourne at the moment. I came down for the Sport Australia Hall of Fame dinner last night.
Big night.
Yeah, it was massive. But I wasn't sure if I was looking forward to coming down or not. Actually, you know what? I wasn't. I said yes to this dinner ages ago, and as it got closer, because it was I had to fly Monday. So on the Sunday night, I'm like, oh, why did I say yes to this dinner? I really don't want to fly to Melbourne, etc., etc. But and during the night, I was on the 11:30 flight so I could do the show. Then during the night, my flight got cancelled and it got changed to 10:30 in the morning, and then that got cancelled and it got changed to 1:55 p.m. And so
too late.
With daylight saving, it was going to be too late. So I went through that little thing. I'm like, oh, good, I don't have to go anymore. You know how you say you're going to do something, so you tick off that part. Like, good, I've committed. Everyone knows I'm going, and then it's going to be cancelled. I'm like, oh, good. So it looks like I'm going. I'm making the effort, but I actually don't even have to go. And then they go, okay, no, we can get you on a 9:15 flight, but you probably can't make it because of the radio show. I said, probably not. Let me just check.
And then you would have gone, nah, stuff that. I'm almost done.
I texted Buzz and I said, oh, look, I know I probably can't go because I won't be able to make this flight 9:15. And Buzz goes, no worries, you can go.
Sorry.
You're leaving. It was Buzz. You're leaving anyway. Just ping off.
You're leaving.
But the only flight I realised when I booked in, remember I was doing it yesterday during the show, I realised it was the only flight that could get me on as a business class flight.
Oh, bugger.
God damn.
So
seems like a them problem, doesn't it?
Yeah, I haven't flown business class domestically. Geez, to be honest, I used to fly it a lot when I was back in the day when I was a swimmer and just quit. I was sort of famous, and so they used to always fly me business class, which is great. But obviously those days are over. But when I accidentally got business class again, it was so good.
Yeah. I
flying
find it
down.
pretty
and-
rough these days with the whole PJ situation. But
Oh, man. For those who don't fly business, Suze, talk us through what it
Or
is.
even
Oh, okay.
PJs.
So basically, you get to line up first, so you don't have to do that big long line. You go to the front of the line.
that's a nice.
You
moment,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it does feel pretty
As
good.
much as you
actually, just to
pretend,
walk
as much as you
past.
pretend that you
I
don't,
know.
you're same. It's a nice moment, isn't it, Susan?
No, I didn't mind it actually. I had to sort of push past the lady. Excuse me, I'm on this. And I thought, I bet you the hostess, the steward, doesn't even think I'm flying business. She probably just thinks I've pushed in here.
Yeah, I always have that. I always
Yeah,
have.
do you?
What do you call that? You
Yeah.
call that imposter
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, I get that.
I thought, I
lot.
bet she thinks, yeah.
Most things
Like
I
any-
do in life, in
Well,
fact.
where you think someone's going to tap you on the shoulder and go, you don't belong here.
Nutty. It's almost,
Yeah.
it's almost like, it's the classic, what was it, Pretty Woman situation of going into the shop
Yeah.
and being able and being in the right place, even though people think, oh, come on, buddy, get to the
shouldn't be
back
here.
of the line,
Yeah.
and then
But
you
no, I
have
was
that moment where you sweep on through.
Yeah. And they go, ding. She
Yep.
goes,
Ooh, it's
welcome,
gone green.
welcome
That's a
back, Miss O'Neill.
That's a surprise.
Thank you.
As someone
And
who
then you
doesn't
have-
fly business, right? When I walk on, I always look at the people in the business section. And I go, I wonder what you do.
Yeah, I wonder what they do
To afford
yes,
this.
yes,
So on the other side, Suze, when you're
Yes,
sitting there and
that's
you're
the
looking
other
at all
point.
the other people, what are you
Yeah.
thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Yeah, because
She's
only
thinking,
there was one-
don't touch me and get back to your crappy seat in 38H. That's what she's
I think
thinking.
there was 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 12 of us. Was that 3 rows of 2? And I thought the same thing because I think there was a baby behind me. And you know what?
dear.
The baby was making a lot of noise.
Oh,
and
my
I thought to myself,
You shouldn't have to put up with this.
no, I
They
don't
should
fly
put them,
business very often.
down the back with the other,
but I
with the normal people.
And then I remembered when I flew business overseas, from when I was part of the International Olympic Committee, and I flew over to Athens with a 4-month-old baby with Alex in business class. And we're in first class, probably business or first class back then. And Alex screamed her tits off the whole flight. And I was bottle feeding her at the time, but I was also drinking gin and tonics
there you
because I'm
were.
like, I'm really anxious. I'm like, shh, Alex, you know when babies start crying, you cannot stop them. I don't know how you meant to. Even how do you stop them crying? It's so annoying. But I remember that flight and getting to the end of the flight. And as we were walking off, a
God.
guy said to me, and I'm bottle feeding her, remember, I'm not even breastfeeding her, but so I'm drinking gin and tonics. And a guy who's obviously really pissed off that I was had her in business class goes to me, you shouldn't be drinking gin and tonics if you're breastfeeding. It's the gin in your breast milk that's making her cry.
Oh,
Come on,
Thanks for-
buddy.
Thanks for that mansplaining. But anyway, yeah, when you get on, you get bigger room, seats, and I also got a proper meal. It was breakfast time. I got on it.
I asked for a photo of your meal.
It was a curry. 9:15 I got on the flight and I got a chicken curry with jasmine rice. And then she said, what would you like to drink?
Oh,
And I
gin
noticed
tonic.
the rows, that would be the classic. The rows in front of me were getting some wine. I said, have you got any sparkling? And even then I felt like I shouldn't be drinking. I felt like I don't know. I felt weird. I suppose it was 9:15 in the morning. Maybe that's why. And she gave me a little bottle of sparkling wine. And, I travelled down and it was awesome. I loved it. And then obviously the dinner. I can get into that, but
Did you get eye contact with the people going back to economy or?
no, I had my head
'cause
down.
That moment Buzz mentioned. Yeah, you just had your head down, did you?
Because you know who was on the flight with me? And I was embarrassed
Oh,
because he
dear.
was going to the same function as me.
Who? Ian
Stephen
Thorpe.
Bradbury.
Oh, no.
Stephen Bradbury.
Where was he?
Down the back.
And he was down the back, obviously. Because
Obviously.
The Ash, Luttsy, and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Black Friday just got brighter with Brighton Homes. Check out their incredible bonus appliance offer, valued up to $13,000.
Oh, we got Wade out of Wishart. How are you, mate?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
I'm not too bad. Now, after this, there's only 14 chances left to take on Suze. So that will mean 14 chances to get into the draw for the BYD 803. You've got that. You've secured that, Wade. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Next
Looking
Thursday,
forward.
we'll announce the winner. Sorry, mate.
No, I was going to say looking forward to it.
Yeah, okay. Now, what
Fingers crossed.
about Lachlan, your 9-year-old? This
Oh,
is
glad we
this is
waited.
like pure demographic stuff here, dropping the kids off at school. Is he bang up for a gimp or what?
Yes, he's definitely up for
Of
it.
course he is.
Yes.
It's all right. Well, someone remind me, Buzz. You know I can forget.
I'll remind you, mate. Don't you
sometimes.
worry.
The tape imp today is Sam Fisher. So I want to get to that as well. That's a good one. We're sort of replaying some of our favourites.
Yeah.
All right, Wade, let's go, my friend. $400. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. 2 city cats have turned to city dogs to pay homage to what TV show?
Bluey.
What's the term for a young male horse aged less than 4 years?
Colt.
Who is the current host of Deal or No Deal Australia?
No idea.
Copenhagen is the capital of what country?
Switzerland.
Spell intervene.
INTERVINE.
Stop the clock.
She'll get Copenhagen.
She'll definitely get Copenhagen. I think that...
Yeah, I think I'm struggling.
We'll see how you
She'll
go.
get Bluey.
We'll see how you go. Why don't you count in Lachlan?
Oh, yes,
Lachlan,
yes, yes,
9
yes.
years of age. Luttsy standing by to critique. You count him in.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Well, like that, almost had a bit of a sing-song to
Yeah.
it, didn't it? Bring in the game.
And happy. You can
Happy.
tell, look, he's a happy kid.
You tell he's smiling. You know, people can hear when you smile, Buzz.
Go on, you give us a
That-
test and I'll tell you.
That's Lutsy's number one message when he lectures at the radio courses that he sometimes takes.
After.
You know, for the young people coming through.
Yeah, smile. That's not
People can hear you smile, he says.
Yes, they can.
Yeah.
9 1/4. Lockie?
9 1/4.
9 1/4. That's good.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's happy about that.
Oh, he won't shut up. Listen to him. Hey, he won't stop. He won't
He's
stop.
a man of few
Wade.
words, Lockie.
All right, let's go to Sam Fisher. Bring in the gimp.
Bring in the game, 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 bring in the game.
Very good.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
His raps.
Susie O'Neill, hold the phone, Freddie. Susie O'Neill, I thought we had a miracle. You won't see anything like that again this year.
All right, Suze, a win here, and we're back up into Anthony Warlow territory.
Oh, nice.
You're fighting your way back. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. 2 city cats have turned to city dogs to pay homage to what TV show?
Bluey.
What's the term for a young male horse aged less than 4 years?
Foal.
Who is the current host of Deal or No Deal Australia?
Larry Endma.
Copenhagen is the capital of what country?
Denmark.
Spell intervene.
INTEVRNE.
Stop the clock.
Didn't really hear that properly, but yeah, we went far off in our
Dylan, I might need that last one.
You're going to have to rack that up for me.
it seemed like there was too many, you know?
Look, I'm going to send it up as a try,
Yeah.
but I just have a question mark on the grounding.
Okay.
So if we can get to that, please.
Okay.
It may come into play. I'll take a Tuco.
Tate.
Suze, what was the times there?
3 seconds left for Suze.
And what did Wade have?
4 seconds left for Wade.
Oh!
Daddy.
Okay, 2 city cats have turned to city dogs to pay homage to what TV show? You both said Bluey. That is correct. 1-1. What's the term for a young male horse aged less than 4 years? Suze said
Foal.
a foal. Wade said a colt. And a colt is correct. Wade hits the front, 2-1, top of the third. Who is the current host of Deal or No Deal Australia? Wade said, I don't know. Suze reckons it's Larry Emder.
I mean, good guess, but is that right? I don't know.
It's wrong. Grant Denyer. Oh, it's like it's the
my
other
other
one.
choice.
Yeah,
That's my other choice.
Speaking of
it's like
smiley
a 50-50,
voices.
isn't it,
Yeah.
Suze? Yeah. The
Yeah.
Grant Denyer has got
He's
that one.
great.
So it is 2-1 to Wade. Copenhagen is the capital of what country? Wade said Switzerland. That's wrong. Suze said Denmark. We said she'd get that one right, Wade, and she has.
Yep.
It's all
Yeah.
tied up. Now, spell intervene. Wade, you got it wrong. You said you said VINE at the end. It's INTERVENE. Let's check Suze.
Oh, we don't have it yet.
Oh, we don't have
Still
it. Well, you know what?
working
Whether
on
Sue's
that.
got it or not, it's not going to make too much
really?
difference because it's a 2-all draw at worst, but Suze was always ahead on time.
No, she
No,
wasn't.
she
She lost
wasn't.
on
So
time
we-
today.
Oh, Suze lost on
we need
Oh,
it. She had
we
3
need-
seconds.
we-
Wayne
oh,
had
it all rides on this.
And it just, to me, seemed straight off the bat as though there was just a little bit congested. Like, you know, when you see that, a mouth with just too many teeth. It had that
like
feeling
there's
about
too much going on there.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think she spelt it right.
I got it.
From
I got
listening.
it.
You reckon
she
she
did?
You reckon she?
I reckon I did.
I reckon Sue's got it, but you reckon she was speaking as if she had too many teeth.
Yeah, when you just see that, you know, it's just a little bit too many.
Yeah. Yeah, like a shark, like different layers.
Yes.
And the words couldn't push through.
Exactly.
More words came out
Exactly.
because there were so many.
It's like a maze trying to get the air out.
Well, come on. I mean, this is exciting stuff. We've gone to the video referee. I mean, why do we
Here we
pay
go.
the big
Here we
money
go.
for the bunker?
Here's Susie's
go.
answer.
Spell intervene.
INTEVRNE.
Stop the clock.
Yeah, there's an R in there.
Sounds like she said a double E.
Spell intervene.
INTEVRNE.
Stop the clock.
ERVENE.
Alicia, speak now. What are you saying? You seem...
She said the V and then the R. She got it the wrong way round.
What? Go again?
You want to hear one more
Can we
time?
slow it down?
Dylan.
All right, I want to have
Well, that's important.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Spell intervene.
INTEVRNE.
Stop the clock.
I'm
Yeah.
hearing ERVENE. I'm hearing
Oh, this is like one of those
I think it's wrong.
black dress,
I'm
blue
hearing
dress,
double-
gold dress.
I hear it correct.
Double
Now,
E.
now you're changed. Well, you've both switched. You're saying
I've
now
switched.
that she said she got it right. Suze, you're saying now you got it wrong.
I got it wrong.
I'm going benefit of the doubt to Wade. $400. Wade is
Oh,
all yours. Well done.
What a victory.
Thank you very much. It's been our morning ritual to listen to Susie do this, so we were really excited to actually get on
Fair
today
play.
as well.
Oh, well done.
So,
Good on you. Well done.
What a gracious
One of the
winner.
luckiest.
And you won too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's important to stay humble, even in times
Cherry
of
on the
success.
top.
So well done.
The Ash, Luttsy, and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I've had a lot of calls, and a lot of
Phones have lit up.
Yeah.
Everyone
crazy.
hears something different.
Yes, it's like the Yanni and Laurel situation of a few years past. We're talking about Smarter Than Suze. We gave Wade the victory, $400. The question was, well, let's see if actually, I'll have a listen to the audio, see if the audio says the question. But here it is, slow down.
Spell intervene.
INTEVRNE.
Stop the
VR.
clock. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Still don't hear it. I'm Yanni still.
No, you didn't
Slow
hear
it
that?
down more. Slow it down more.
Oh, yeah, I've got the power to do that right here, right now. All right, here we go. I've just done it slower.
Spell intervene.
INTEVRNE.
clock.
VRENE.
VR.
No, I think she just slurs the R. I think it's still Irvine. I think you got it right, Susan.
I don't know. The double E thing gets me, but I think it was a bit of a stutter, like E.
I hear VR.
I think so.
Mitchell Lewis, what say you? I mean, Mitch is like the
Team vote.
Yes. What do you
He
reckon?
doesn't care. He's got the skin of this game.
That's what I heard too. I heard the R. Is that? This is my first time. I was in the lift when it was on, so I'm hearing it fresh.
Such a succinct answer.
Yes.
See, he didn't even give an answer there. That was
I heard what
brilliant.
Ash hears.
Oh, right.
You would say that, wouldn't you?
Team Ash. He's giving his preferential voting to Ash here, is he?
What'd you hear, Ash? 'Cause that's what. Yeah.
I heard.
Oh, right.
I heard VR.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
No, he didn't. He
No,
didn't.
I
He's
legitimately
just
heard
copying you.
What'd you hear, Nick? You know it all.
Yeah.
I heard VR.
Okay.
Yeah.
See?
VR.
Just like, I just like it slowing down one more time before the end of the show, please.
Great, let's do another break on it.
The Ash, Luttsy, and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I was listening to a podcast a couple of days ago, and I've been kind of laughing ever since because it was with Gus Gould, the Journos edition or something or other. But
Yeah, I've heard it.
It was just Gus. Have you heard it?
Yeah, listen to it.
Yeah, I find Gus such an interesting character. I first met Gus actually at the 2000 Olympics when we were doing the coverage there. He was.
Oh, was he there?
He was a part of the 2UE
Was he?
coverage. Yeah,
I forgot that.
Yeah, I remember.
Is that Phil Gould?
Yeah,
Gould.
Phil Gould. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's just been such an interesting figure. He's just like he's in charge of Canterbury at the moment. Obviously, he does all of his media commitments as well with Channel 9. And I don't know. He's just an interesting guy.
It doesn't annoy me as much as I feel like he used to at one point.
Yeah, see,
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's... If anything, he sort of overcorrects his bias now with State of Origin, where he kind of patronises a little bit.
Yeah.
You get that? You know, like...
Well, I was a little bit... Because I've always really liked him as a commentator, even though I know that there's that Queensland-New South Wales thing, and it's like Gus is like one of those guys that we, as Queenslanders... love to hate, but I still kind of like him as well in a weird way. Even though he's polarising, I get it as a staunch Queenslander. But I used to just love those speeches that he just from a broadcasting point of view. Those
where Spider Cam would come down on
the final word, I think, is it, or the last word?
Those pieces to camera that he would give on Origin night coverage, just. A brilliant execution of...
Very hard to do.
Of presenting, yeah.
Do you reckon he's reading that, or is he doing that off by heart?
He's doing it off the top of his...
Wow.
Well, I mean, he's obviously recited. But
others have tried it.
He speaks about how he would do it and how it all came about.
Who had a crack at it? I don't want to say names here in case it's wrong. I feel like Scotty Prince had a go at it.
Oh, really?
They could be wrong. Sorry, Scotty, if it's not. I think there's a famous like pre-game sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying. I think I've seen it.
Because if it goes wrong, it goes really wrong. But when Gus would do it, my kids sometimes send them to me now. They've become memes, you know. And like Gus doing his speeches, it's like, you know, trust yourself, trust your teammates, believe in yourself, believe in your teammates. When you see it, do it. And when you do it as quickly as you can. No fear, no hesitation.
These guys are coming onto the field as boys, but they'll leave as men.
Yeah, all of that. Like
it's done well. It doesn't. There's no ums and ahs or beg your pardons.
You could see how he would be able to get a whole dressing shed just like galvanised and ready to go into battle. So I enjoyed the podcast, but what made me laugh at the end of it, though, Suze, was he was saying, you know, he's dealing with the public and he's out there in the public eye and all the rest of it. And what he's getting now is he's getting mistaken for someone, okay? But he's getting mistaken for Paul Gallen.
What? How? They're a different generation.
Good for him. I mean, it's not good for him, but I mean, it kind of is good for him.
I just keep laughing to myself, like the Gus going about his every day, and some bloke going,
Gallen.
That's Paul Gallen.
How's Gallen?
I wonder how Gallen feels about it as well.
He'll be 30 years older than Gallen. Paul Gallen's getting that's Gus Gould.
I got
you big toad Gould. Mate, I'm Paul Gallen. I'm only 40.
Gus Gould is like 30 years older than him.
You big fat toad.
I got in New York once in a lift. This lady said that I looked exactly like Bill Murray.
Yes.
Is that good? That's bad.
Depends on the photo and the gear.
I was like, oh, really? And then she left and I was like, I wonder which Bill Murray she was talking about. Like Bill Murray from Stripes? Or,
that's what I'm saying.
Or Bill Murray from Adaptation, because there's a big difference.
Big difference. And I'm sure we've done it before. And, Nick, we search up the things. I mean, there's that South African cricketer, McMillan, that you look like for a little stretch there. There's a few different people.
Yes.
And again, it was different scales of McMillan.
The Brian McMillan one. That's a doppelganger, is it? Yes. Yeah, that was... I forgot.
Can we get a montage? Yeah, see, Nick's just seen it.
That to come out of
it. Can we get a nice little montage of Ash lookalikes? And you know, this can go badly for all of us, I might add.
Yeah. That Brian McMillan one.
I get some pretty bad ones as well.
Yeah.
Bill Murray's 74.
Yeah. Thank you.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast. Catch all 5 Brisbane Heat home games at the Gabba for an unmissable summer of Big Bash cricket. Buy tickets and memberships now at Ticketek. Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill's Big Bash Catch.
There's one of those like once-in-a-lifetime opportunities where you get to actually go on the Gabba. Last year we had Usman Khawaja, who was the current and still is test opener, who like maybe 2 weeks after that was playing on the Gabba. I think against Pakistan, I think it was, or West Indies.
Yeah, this is the time to have a look, because you can, it's a bit fenced off because they're curating the wickets, obviously, at the moment, but you can still have a good gander from close up, which not many people get to see. You're right.
I mean, I was impressed going on there last year.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
It's always on, how long you do it. I did that sort of on-field gimmick for a while. You'd still just be able to get out there and have a look at it, and, I used to try and press my thumb into it or something.
Oh, yeah. Maybe don't do that if you
I
win.
won't do that.
Do you feel a
I met
bit
a
of
famous
magic in the
cricketer.
legs, when you're on the
You do.
sacred surface thinking,
You
the
do.
athletic vibes just kicking in?
Yeah, you do.
Hang on, hello. I met a famous cricketer last night because I was at this Sport Australia Hall of Fame dinner. I just remembered I went up because you see people that you know from your childhood. It was Steve Waugh.
Oh,
Ah.
yes.
I said,
Yeah,
hello,
good.
Steve.
Did you have a chat to him?
Yeah, that was it. Hello, Steve. Hello, Susan.
Fascinating stuff. You do strike me as being quite similar, you and Steve Moore.
Yeah, they do actually.
Cancel each other out.
It was good. He hasn't aged at all.
Sam out of Jimboomba. Are you there, Sam?
I am here.
What's your cricketing pedigree? What's your best moment ever? Don't be shy.
Probably I've been to England to play cricket. I was part of a TV show called Cricket Superstar
I remember that
back in the
show.
day.
Fox 8, wasn't it?
I feel like Shane
Yep.
Watson was involved. That could be completely wrong.
Yeah. Lee Furlong, he's
Lee
his wife.
Furlong, yes,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
right. That's
Okay,
right.
yeah, wow.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So what was that? What was that? I don't know that show. What was it?
Uh,
Try and unearth a superstar?
Yeah, pretty much. They did like a football version one and a soccer version one.
That's right. They did too. Yeah, well, it's just catching. But yeah, it's,
Oh, he should be good.
But don't forget, last year we had
No
someone
pressure.
with pretty good pedigree that didn't win.
Yeah.
Remember the pressure?
Yeah.
exactly.
So anyone can win this. Are you still playing cricket, Sam?
I haven't for a couple of years. I think the body's caught up with me.
Yeah, all right. Have you ever played at the Gabba before?
I've played a couple of like practice matches and stuff there before, rep comps and stuff. So
Oh, he's legit. Wow.
Cool.
All right. Well, and you can come along on Thursday.
I certainly can. Yep.
You'll love this major prize.
Well,
if
you
you've
know
got a
what?
Major prize.
The major prize is outstanding, Ash. It's the 10 corporate box seats, $300 food and bev credit, and of
Yep.
course you get the signed champions jersey as you mentioned, and head along to the game on the 22nd of December. The runner-up prizes though, you get 4 tickets plus the Brisbane Heat VIP tickets, the Hotspot Lounge to that game, which is VIP tickets plus the Heat jersey and a caps. I mean.
Can't go
We've
wrong.
got 3 of those runner-up prizes. That's going to be an awesome experience in that Hotspot Lounge as well.
Well, everyone's going to win, aren't they? Because we'll have 4 contestants.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Sam's dropped his hammer. We'll see you there Thursday, mate.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You can catch all 5 Brizzy Heat home games at the Gabba for an unmissable summer of Big Bash cricket. Buy tickets and memberships now at Ticketek or head to the Nova Player app. We'll call back another winner tomorrow.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Speaking of weather, did you see they brought out the weather prediction for Christmas Day
Already?
for Brisbane?
How
Oh
can
my
they
God.
know that?
Exactly.
Well, go on.
But they have.
Can't even tell if it's raining the Savo.
Exactly.
Well, they can't even tell with, like, as a fisherman, there was a couple of weeks ago, the 6-day forecast said that the weather in 6 days' time, the wind is going to be non-existent. It'll be non-existent in 6 days' time. So I planned a whole fishing trip to 1770 with Archie.
End up being cucumbent.
Oh, it just ended up 40 kilometre an hour winds. And you just go, well, why can't they? If they can't predict 6 days ahead, how can they possibly predict Christmas Day?
Well, tell us what they're going to say, and hopefully.
They're saying Brizzy's getting a very pleasant day for Christmas. No rain in sight with a high of 29, a low of 20. There'll be periods of clouds, but mostly sunshine.
Seems very specific.
It's over a month away.
Exactly, Suze.
What about the days like leading in and after? Because then you can kind of get an idea on the pattern.
It doesn't say that.
Right, okay.
Just got the 1 day forecast.
Yeah, I mean, if they said it's going to be 2 weeks of sunshine, then you kind of get it. There's nothing in the, nothing this side of India coming our way or something like that.
Yeah.
But 1 day is very specific, top of 29.
Yeah. Very generic.
Remember that really hot? Remember that really, really hot Christmas day? There was one year. It was like an oven. Anyway, I really remember it.
Oh, I feel that usually they're hot, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like really hot. Like
Super
hot.
hot.
Like really,
really
like
hot.
unusually dry hot. Like Adelaide hot.
Adelaide hot.
Is that
You know,
like-
dry.
Is
Not
it?
humid. Not humid.
I don't know. I
I'm
don't want
Melbourne.
a hot Christmas. Yeah, that's what we're known for.
Anyway, stick around. More great chat coming your way after this.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
The Prince is on. The Prince is on. The Prince
down.
Mitchell.
Subway.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Pretty good,
Yeah,
mate.
good, mate. How are you
Mate, so
doing?
I'm down here. Well, I'm giving out some takeaway Tuesday feasts. Thanks to our mates at Subway, they've jumped back on board. A couple of $100 worth of their delicious subs and the wraps and cookie platters that they've got sorted out. But I'm down at the Brisbane School of Hairdressing. Vera nominated the workplace. Vera is here, and Vera doesn't want to speak. Actually, you keep walking behind me. She doesn't even want to be looked
She's
at.
shy.
So
She's shy. Vera's shy.
have we got the boss then? I mean, what's your position?
I'm in accounts
Okay.
here and
So
administration.
yes, you can control after
Yes,
this. She can be
I
docked a
can.
little bit, right?
I can,
Aloe vera?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm Jenny.
Oh, right. So
you're
tell
Jenny.
us about what we're looking at. It looks like a regular sort of, hairdressing salon guys and all that, but how many sort of seats are we look about here? So are these full? Like come 9 o'clock and people learning hairdressing and barbering and all that sort of stuff?
Definitely,
They're all packed, ready to go.
We have apprentices and full-time students, domestic and international students, and apprentices come probably one day a week.
And you said like it's open to the public to come in and they sort of get a cheaper haircut while teaching other people how to get it done.
Exactly, yes. Yes.
And how long? What's it sort of turnaround? Because I was getting my hair cut the other week, and I'm sort of looking at my barber. Just how smooth, guys. I think I don't know if we take advantage of how well people can sort of stand behind us and make us look good from the front, and how smooth, how quick they can just get the thing done. I was only brushing my daughter's hair yesterday, from the back, and I'm like, what am I can't make this work. I don't know what you go, Buzz, when you're like looking after your kids. I can't make it happen. But like, how long's the actual turnaround? But someone comes in to learn to when they walk out of here, a fully qualified hairdresser or a barber.
Full-time students, approximately 18 months. They come into college 3 days a week. And they learn the whole qualification within that time. Apprentices, well, the apprenticeship is 3 years anyway with their employer, but they come to this college for their off-the-job training.
People want to come get that.
Mitch,
Yeah.
you do strike me as the type of family that let the apprentices do it for a cheaper haircut.
Yeah. Just, well, I mean,
That's
I
the end of the
like to go. Thank you very much. Well, often I do go in there and they say, "What do you want?" And I go, "You know what? Have a bit of fun with it." I am balding, but also I work in radio, so the visual aspect doesn't really matter that much.
And
the
Mitch, have they
size of
got
your
a
head.
wall of shame in there? Remember I went up to Rainbow Beach the other day and they got that wall of shame of all the four-wheel drives that try and make it, make it on the beach there at high tide and they get washed away. Like, have they got some of the classic worst haircuts?
Failed students.
Yes, the students in the wall of shame.
Well, I mean, there's a lot
that.
of nice pictures hanging up, but as far as you working in accounts, so you've got access to the secret books. Is there like a little folder there of the photos of the worst
That's right,
haircuts
yeah.
that never see the light of day?
And we have free men's cuts this month.
Okay.
So all
Wow.
men's cuts are free.
Okay, sweet.
Whoa.
Sign us up.
Yep.
We're down here on 59 Adelaide Street in the city. And I mean, how much do you have to fix as well? Is there a couple like home haircuts that then people come in and go, look, you've got the students here. We're really getting their work cut out for them. You've got to fix this because, the missus or the husband have tried to make this happen and it's awful.
We have supervising teachers,
Okay,
so we
right.
won't let anyone walk out looking terrible.
Oh, yeah, it
Well,
wouldn't happen here.
She works in accounts, Mitch. Right.
Yeah.
Stop asking her questions outside her department.
Well, Suze
Jenny.
would famously cut Cliff's hair. They both get
Yes.
naked, and they'd go into the shower. And,
Yeah.
We're not
is that-
suggesting
that's
that
not
happens,
part of
Jenny.
that.
No.
That's not part of the program,
Or
is
does
it?
that
It's not.
happen, Jen? Have you got a booth here where you can go in there and make it a real personal experience?
No.
No. You're not trying to make any hairdressers or barbers of all, No, okay, that's fine. It's
quit
saying
that
no,
job.
but giving me a slight no. I'm joking, obviously. Well, you're an account, so you know what? Vera, you signed us up, but I'm going to give this to you. $250 to spend. And our good mates at Subway, there's
Nice.
one right around
Yeah,
the corner,
good.
and they're going to sort out all your future hairdressers and barbers with some great lunch, or treat themselves with a couple of cookies as well. And we just heard free men's cuts, and otherwise come in here and get a discounted cut and teaching the next generation. So thanks for signing up.
Thank you, everyone, so much.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm down in Melbourne, so I'm not in the studio, so I'm not sure exactly when I'm talking. But
should
I had a
explain
great
it.
dinner last night. It was at the Sport Australia Hall of Fame dinner, and it hasn't been one since 2019. So what's
can't believe
4
that.
years? Yeah, because of COVID, et cetera. So they have a dinner usually yearly that they invite all the athletes that have been inducted into the Hall of Fame, and then
Sijuan,
corporate. Yes.
were people still getting inducted in those years?
Yeah, they were.
They were, okay, right.
Yeah, but they didn't. They had state-based, small, intimate, state-based
Yeah,
events.
right. Masks. and
Because
stuff.
there hadn't been a dinner for so long, 95 members came down for the event.
Wow.
And before the actual event, where you all go into the big room with everyone, there must be 1,000 people. It was at the Crown Casino, like massive event. there's a little cocktail party before for the 95 people and their partners and stuff, which is amazing. I just love looking around. I'm like, there's there's John Eales, there's
Dorney.
Anyway, anyone, name any athlete that's been around and
Mick Fanning.
and they're in that room. Mick Fanning, yes. And before, Robbie McEwen was there, the cyclist. And a funny thing happened with him and I, and he wanted me to, he listens to the show and he goes, make sure you tell this story tomorrow on the show. So I'm going to tell it. So when we first, we finished the cocktail party and then we go to walk into the event. Everyone's already in the event, but they sort of march in the 95 athletes and we all stand up on stage and they go in order from people who have been inducted into Legends and then the normal members behind them. So it's such a thrill, honestly. So in front of me was so John Bertrand and Dawn Fraser were the first two to walk in, and then I must be getting up in age because I was the second group. I was with Shane Gould. Shane Gould and I walked in, and then behind me I think was Wally Lewis, Ken Rosewell, John Eales, etc. And so we walked down the centre of the venue and we get to the stage and we're sort of centred on the stage. So I'm at the front and next to John Bertrand. The other side of me is Ken Rosewell. Then Dawn Fraser, Shane Gould,
Struth.
Wally Lewis. Yeah, so it honestly is such a thrill. It's such a thrill. I love it. And then everyone marches in and sort of stands behind us like a big, massive school photo. But at that point, I'm in the front row and I'm in my high heels. So I'm one of the tallest people next to the sort of older, I suppose everyone's starting to shrink a bit. Yeah. And Ken Rosewell, the tennis player, is super...
Is he not big?
He's diminutive.
He is tiny. And behind me was Robbie McEwen, who's also quite...
Tiny. Did you say listen to our show? Robbie McEwen listens to our show, the 3 times Tour de France points classification winner? What on earth?
He does.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
Morning, Robbie.
And, Hi, Robbie. And so I'm in the front row and then everyone's sort of behind us. But I'm one of the taller people. So it's just like the school photos. The person who's taking the photo comes down and starts picking people out who are too tall and moving them up the back. And Robbie's behind me. He's quite short and I'm in front of him.
Can all the goalkeepers go to the back of the room, please?
He sees me squat. I start to squat down because... He goes, you want to stay and he leans forward and whispers in my ear. He goes, you want to stay in the front row, don't you?
Of course.
I go, yes, I do want to stay in the front row.
Yeah.
And he goes, you better tell everyone that you actually squatted down. You started squatting so that you could be in the front row and they didn't pick you. They didn't pick you out of the front row and put you up at the back.
Oh, so you stayed there?
I stayed there, yeah.
And Robbie, did they move him forward or did he just stay in the second row?
He stayed in the second row. But I had to, and Robbie, if you're listening...
You can't quite see him in the photo.
Yeah. If I stand up on my heels, you can't see
You're blocking
his face.
him.
Yeah, I'm blocking him. But don't worry, Robbie, I squatted down, so I stayed in that front row.
I actually want to see that photo.
Can we chuck it up on our Insta? Is that around, Suze?
Yeah, I'll send you the photo. It's
I'd love to see
it's honestly such a thrill. And then when I was actually at the function and there was the who's who of there, and Mick Fanning was one of the people who was inducted along with Sally Pearson and Mark Knowles, the hockey player. And I get a text off Cliff, who didn't come down, my husband, saying, Bill, my son really, really wants a photo with you with Mick Fanning, and he really, really wants an autograph from Mick Fanning. And I'm like, do I have to? It's not the place really to go. Person. Oh, it's not the place to go and ask autographs, really.
I mean, Nat Cook could do it.
Natalie Cook. Oh, she was there.
Is anyone getting autographs? That's a very good question because, I mean, the first thing I think about is getting that photo and getting everyone in it to sign it, and that's worth, throw that on eBay for $200,000.
Yeah, that's true, actually, yeah.
Seriously.
No, Mick, I've got a bit of a side hustle going. Would you mind
signing 42 of these? Yeah. Did you get it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got it. He was the nicest guy. Honestly, Mick Fanning's speech and interview was excellent, and he was the nicest guy, and I got him the autograph. I'm like, I don't want to be one of those people, but can you please sign this for my son? He's a massive surfing fan.
Probably get a real kick out of that, though. You know, if you Mick Fanning, Susie and Neil asked me for an autograph.
Well, he's another legend.
Yeah.
To ask for your autograph is pretty cool, isn't it?
And the other thing I really remember from that function is that's when I've met Shane Gould for the first time, and I still can't believe he's dead. And
who? Shane Warne, you mean?
You said Shane Gould.
Shane Warne.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shane Warne.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you
Shane Warne. Shane Warne, sorry.
Yeah. There's your headline.
Shane Warne. Yes. And that was amazing, you know.
Now,
the point is
did they make reference to Shane, given that's the first dinner since...
Yes.
Yep, what they do?
It must be, yeah, they did a memoriam of everyone who'd passed away
Right.
in the time that so it was it's amazing to think that Shane Warne,
Yeah,
that's
Shane
crazy, isn't
Warne
it?
is not here.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Did you see that story, Suze, about that triathlete? I think her name is Taylor Knibb. She was at the world inaugural world title for her over 100 kilometres. It was a 2K swim, an 80K cycle, and then an 18K run. So it all adds up to 100 kilometres all up, the total event. She won the race, and she picked up like $250,000.
What?
For winning the race. But she was ahead by 2 minutes in the run leg, but somewhere along the way she
what?
She soiled herself as she was running. Like I don't know how that happened, but you know, she's running and whatever, she's lost control of her bodily functions, and she shit her pants.
I did see that.
Well,
I
she
actually
was.
felt sorry for her. And because she told the cameraman,
Yeah.
like she was running along, she told the cameraman, please don't film my
back.
bottom half because I've
Shit herself.
I think he said
Yeah.
shit herself.
Yeah.
So what does he do? Or she, the cameraman, records it with the audio and releases it everywhere.
I think it was live, Suze. I get
Was
the
it
impression
live?
because there was commentary
it
over
live?
it.
It was a live event.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was just
Oh,
sort of,
God.
you know,
Like, she didn't say
covering.
anything.
It was a big race. I think it was a world title.
Yeah, Ashley Gentle
race.
was there, who just won Noosa a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I
that's an
know.
age group thing.
So
It's the real
legitimate
deal.
athletes, and you know, I guess it's one of those things that actually happen. And to her credit, she did say that. She said in the heat of the battle, she said, "Don't film me from behind."
Yeah. So
Shit
it's
herself.
live.
Yes. And
Didn't Mitch send through something yesterday about that? Isn't
Yeah,
it
well, I
pretty
saw the
common?
video. All I saw was the video of it. I don't know any
is that what he
further
sent
backlash.
through?
Excuse the pun.
yeah,
I don't think it's that unusual from what I've heard. The
It's
number
not?
ones and number twos.
Well, they reckon
I
that
don't think it's unusual, no.
they reckon that whole that when you see athletes wearing the
Sweatbands?
sweatbands, those furry ones they used to use, particularly back in the 80s and the 90s. So the story goes is that Rob D. Costello started that because he used to wear them because if he did happen to soil himself, he'd wipe his butt with them
as
Yeah, I think it's
he was
not-
running along.
as he was running along.
I don't
How long
think
do those
it's
events
uncommon.
go for?
Well, that was a marathon.
Yeah.
Rob Deek was doing, so he's
Yeah.
out there for 2 hours, a bit over 2 hours. But yeah, you'd think you'd get that sorted, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Having said that, I did have to on Brisbane Half Marathon one year on the Vic Bridge. Thank God there was a couple of portaloos. I had to push through the crowd and use a portaloo to take a number two.
Yeah. Well, when we pushed Tim, when we were
Yeah, Tim, well, he had to go to the loo.
we were doing the New York Marathon. We were pushing Tim. He was in a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
They found the biggest unit they could find for us to push around New York in the wheelchair. I swear he was 95.
No, more.
Well, he had to be 100 kilo.
105, I think he was.
And
We thought we were pushing a kid.
And when we agreed to it, we thought, they'll pick they'll be like a 7-year-old kid or
What
something.
was 5.5 hours of my life, Buzz?
He was 100k.
He was
if
a
he was
big unit.
If he weighed 1
And he was
kilometre.
thirsty.
He was thirsty. He took my last.
He took the last drink off him.
I
Off
got
Ash.
to- I got to-
And you were running it.
I got to
Yeah.
the last drink station, Buzz.
Ash almost pushed him into the Hudson.
I've pushed him over so I could grab the final drink, and just as I'm reaching out for it, all I see is a hand from the wheelchair come out, and he takes my Gatorade
True
off me.
story.
But he wanted to go to the bathroom in the marathon.
Yes.
Susan. We had to stop. Say, couldn't you have gone before the race? It's a number 2, mate. Like seriously.
I'm still not sure what he did. He never told us what happened in there.
We kind of just picked him up and put him into the
We did.
portal. We were knocking on the door going, mate, we got to get going. We're all starting to cramp up here.
I was done after that. I barely finished because of that. But it can happen, Susan. Where's the closest you've ever been in that competitive level to taking relief? You heard me. Don't pretend there's a glitch in the system here. Did you ever?
No, she always would. That was part of her.
No, I'm
that was
saying
part of her
competitively.
pre-routine.
In the race?
Not in the race.
Not-
no,
never in a race.
Before the race.
No, but it's common in
Training.
running races. It's
Don't-
common in run. It's not uncommon for that to happen. What happened to that lady?
Yeah.
It's not uncommon in elite sport for that to happen.
But it wouldn't happen it doesn't happen. Even in a 1500, it would.
So
I've never seen that
what
happen.
percentage of training sessions would you take a light relief in the pool?
Everyone.
I don't do that anymore.
No, you always
answer
said
the
you did.
question, Susan.
Yes.
Back in the day, how
Poor old Sam Riley.
Don't
was
look at
swimming
me like a
behind
puppy dog.
circus.
Like, you know what I'm asking? How often did you pee in the
Everyone
pool?
did it back then, so I didn't miss that.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
did they?
The Ash, Luttsy, and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Black Friday just got brighter with Brighton Homes. Check out their incredible bonus appliance offer, valued up to $13,000.
Yeah, great supporters of Smarter Than Sue's. Thank you to Brighton Homes. If you just missed it, their Black Friday just got brighter with Brighton Homes. You can check out their incredible bonus appliance offer that is valued up to $13,000. Thank you, Brighton Homes.
Very good. Now, speaking of building sites, Jesse is on the tools. Chippy on the steel frame at the moment. That's what it says here. Is that true, Jesse?
Yeah.
How to show the
Yeah,
front?
g'day guys, how you going?
How you going, mate? Are you
Yeah, not too bad.
You're just taking a break, mate, while you answer these questions. Hang on, guys. I'm just going to see if I can win.
Yeah, mate. Now the apprentice was like, mate, try and get on the try and get on, and gave it a go and got through. So there we go.
Is this $500, Buzz? Correct me.
100.
No. It's 100. It's a
Shed a
rebuild,
loss.
Willie, Jess. But don't worry. Luttsy will go to the kickback cave and
Yeah, I
take
got
care
you.
of your win,
I got
lose,
you,
draw,
Jesse.
like something, something for the whole work side if you can. You know what he's like.
Yeah. No, perfect.
Let's go. Good luck. 30 seconds
Cheers.
on the clock. Your time starts now. What animal is on the logo of Qantas?
Kangaroo.
Who directed the 1997 movie Titanic?
Pass.
In which year did New Zealand become a separate colony from New South Wales?
1979.
Far lap was a 1930s champion in which sport?
F1.
What is 1/3 of 90?
30.
Stop the clock.
Right, we got it out with a bit in the...
Yeah, 1 second. So you had time on the clock.
Bit in the bank.
Yeah. I said 90 there, and I meant to say 30. So. Yeah.
I think you did say 30.
No, you did
Jeff.
say 30.
I did say 30? Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
I was going to say.
Let's not do this again.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay.
Don't take me down that path, 'cause
I heard 90.
I
You would.
Nah, come on.
had it marked as correct. Let's see how you go, mate. Let's bring in the gimp.
Yes.
I wanna be the gimpy
Oh, Lockie.
like no one ever does. To get through is my real test. Sue's smart and she is fun. Gimpy gimp, gotta win a time. It's me. I know it's my destiny. Gimpy gimp, oh, don't say pass. Playing for cash, playing for cars. Gimpy gimp, gotta win a time. Smarter than Sue's. What prize will Luttsy choose? This is my show, I cannot lose. Gimpy gimp, gotta win on time. Gotta win on time.
Yeah, there he is.
That's our very own producer, Lockie.
That was Lockie,
He's
wasn't
had
it?
his own performance-based problems with soiling his pants.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the public stage, literally.
In church, of all
church.
places. It's disgraceful.
Here's Raps.
Susie O'Neill. Hold the phone, Freddie. Susie O'Neill. It will be a miracle. You won't see anything like that again this year.
What happened to Lockie, because his butt was facing away from the congregation, so it was just the drummer that was catching most of the bad stuff for him. I think the drummer's got a book coming out of it.
Lockie's very proud of himself for soldiering on too. Like he
does.
He stayed playing in the church. Like
He played 3 more verses.
people started passing the plate around. It was unbelievable.
Good to go, Suze?
A true pro, nonetheless. Hey, I mean, if I
professional, that's why we hired him.
If I did that even halfway through Smarter Than So, I'd just get up and walk out and go, Luttsy, you finish asking me questions.
Family FM, we're going to suspend him. We say we'll have him. Yeah, that's right up our alley.
He sent that in as his audition tape. That's how he got the job here. Incredible. All right, so are you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What animal is on the logo of Qantas?
Kangaroo.
Who directed the 1997 movie Titanic?
Ridley Scott.
In which year did New Zealand become a separate colony from New South Wales?
1805.
Far lap was a 1930s champion in which sport?
Horse racing.
What is 1/3 of 90?
30.
Stop the clock.
39. Give me
Sue's ahead on time.
5 seconds.
5 seconds. Okay, what animal was on the logo of Qantas? You both said kangaroo. That is correct. The flying kangaroo, of course. We're all familiar with that. The Spirit of Australia, the flying kangaroo. Out of Longreach in rural Queensland, of all places.
Yep.
1-1. Who directed the 1997 movie Titanic? Now, Jesse, I just realised you passed on this and I didn't come back to it, which I probably should have, which may have served as an advantage to you because you saved some time.
He had 1 second left, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got through it
wouldn't have got
anyway.
the
Nah.
Sue said it was Ridley Scott. James Cameron.
Oh, there you go.
James Cameron. Ridley Scott
Of course it was.
does the Gladiator movie,
Yes.
Yes, he was top of mind.
which is out at the moment. It's 1-1, top of the third.
Yep.
Jeez, I tell you what, this is a bloody difficult question, isn't it? In which year did New Zealand become a separate colony from New South Wales?
Yeah, that was a bit of a stab in the dark for me.
I mean,
What, so
what are they
Zealand-
even talking about?
New Zealand was what?
Lockie, what say you? What paper did you steal this question from, mate?
New York
Did you-
Times or something.
Yeah, did this
The
come?
New Zealand Herald.
This come straight out of the Daily Telegraph from yesterday. When was New Zealand
Part of New South Wales.
a part of New South Wales? Hello, anyone? Oh, now we're all of a sudden.
Elise should be able to answer it because she wrote the
You
question.
know, he soils his pants up
thrown
in
under the
church. You
bus.
can't shut him up. But all of a sudden, we're asking him a question about this.
That doesn't sound right.
And he's silent. In which year did New Zealand become a separate colony from New South Wales? We both took a stab at it. Jesse reckons it happened in the 70s, 1979. That's
I like
wrong.
that.
Yep.
Suze, you were closest. You said 1805. It says here 1841. But
Yeah, right.
I got my doubts about that question, the validity of that question. But we'll move on. It's still 1-1.
Was it 1841?
1841.
Yeah,
What's it say?
it does come up that in 1841, the islands of New Zealand were separated from the colony of New South Wales and made a colony in their own right. This ended more than 50 years of confusion over the relationship between the islands and the Australian colony.
I don't understand.
So was it part of Australia?
Oh, there you go.
How did we not know that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. It's weird.
And they're saying it wasn't a part of Australia, it was a part of New South Wales.
Yes.
Anyone? Anyway, it's 1-1. Far Lap was a 1930s champion in which sport? Jesse reckons that Far Lap was an F1 driver, but that's wrong.
Far Lap.
Yeah.
Did he?
Far
It
Lap.
makes sense, to be fair. It's
Yeah.
a lap.
And Suze said
young.
racehorse. A racehorse. Far Lap.
No.
Come on,
Haven't
mate.
you had a Far Lap, Jesse?
Nah, the first.
How old are you,
Really?
Jesse?
What?
26.
20,
That
what did you
blows
say?
my
22.
mind.
Wow.
22.
Good on him.
Have you heard of Don Brabham?
Nah, I don't really follow the old racing.
Don Brabham was our best jockey, mate.
Yeah, right.
He
Yeah,
won,
nah.
Right, wow.
That's hilarious, Jesse.
See, this is the new generation. Don't know who
People
Far
do the
Lap
same,
is.
wouldn't
Far
they?
Lap and Don Bradman.
Who else you got? What else you got?
Wally
Bradman
Lewis?
Road
Have you heard of
Far Lap.
Wally Lewis?
Jess, you heard of Wally Lewis?
Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Great F1 driver.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He
it's
would have been a great
2-1 to Suze, and then the final question, 1/3 of 90. You both said 30. That's correct. So beaten but not disgraced, Jesse. It's a 3-2 victory to Suze.
There you go. How'd it go?
Yeah, you had a crack.
Only
mate.
worth $100 as well, Jesse, and Luttsy will give you more than that value in the cave right now.
Got you out of work for 10 minutes too, Jesse. That's a good thing. I've given you 4 gold grass tickets to the Moonlight Cinemas, which is on now at Roma Street Parklands. That's the deluxe bean bed, premium location, exclusive menu options,
good stuff.
waiter service. I'll give you a family pass to see the Brisbane Heat take on the Adelaide BBL. No, we know you're a big cricket fan, so that's at the Gamma. Sunday, December 22. It's a lot of fun, and I'll also give you a $100 hashtag burgers and waffles voucher. So you can
great.
have some fun with your mates there too, Jesse. Good on you, brother.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. Cheers for that.
I'm going to give you a $100 7-Eleven voucher as well, Jesse. So you get iced coffees
you legend.
for the job site. Well done, mate.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, guys. Thank you all.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.